Hey again folks, and welcome back to another Diecast review. And as I mentioned in my last video, I had a little surprise in store for my next Diecast review, and here it is. These are micro playsets, construction playsets by the company Diecast Masters. Now, I have looked at some Diecast Masters items in the past, being these two pieces right here, the dump truck and vibratory roller for their 1/64 scale line, and I was quite impressed with these. So when I happened to come across these micro play sets in the store, I was quite curious and decided to pick some up to take a look at. So let's go ahead and get into this review. So I'll show the boxes first, and really they're all the same, so we'll just look at one. But I quite like the fact that these are presented like a little toolbox, kind of a creative touch, I guess, to the packaging. On the front here, you can see some of the sets that are available. You can see it says Micro Play Set, Surprise Tools, Motion Sand, Metal Construction Vehicles. I believe the same information is right there as well. Going around to the back, you can see what sets are available. There's an excavator, loader, a bulldozer, a high lift, and a backhoe. I'm not sure that I've got, well, I know I don't got all these sets with these four boxes here, but I'm kind of hopeful that I don't got any duplicates. But going underneath the box here, you can see there is some information on here as well. If you want to read any of that, you can pause the video. But with all that out of the way, I think we'll go ahead and start opening these and see what all I got. So unfortunately, this review isn't going to be as exciting as I thought it was, because as you probably saw, I ended up with two duplicates of the Excavator set, which means I don't have, well, a majority of the entire collection here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the two sets that I do have, and as for these duplicates, I'll just push those aside for now. Alright, out of the two sets that I did get, I'll show what came in them, and I did pre-open the bags just to save some time here. But first, we got a excavator, which this does have moving parts. I'll show all this a little bit closer here in a bit. But then there was also this bag of little I-beam pieces. And you can see there is, I think, half a dozen of them. Yeah, but whoops, spilling them all over the place here. And then also, both sets come with a bag of this sand, which we will get that out in a bit as well. But then the second set here, it came with a skid loader, which again, this also has moving parts as well. And then something I was really impressed with is this comes with portable toilets. And I am quite curious, so I want to open up the door here, and yes, there is a toilet inside. that is impressive, especially the fact that you can actually open this up. But and then also, again, this comes with a bag of sand that I can't seem to get out, but there it is. So yeah. I decided to put these sets on the turntable so you can get a really close look at them here, and you can see how detailed this excavator is. Now, like I mentioned before, the boom does move, but the bucket on this does not pivot. The excavator itself does turn 360 degrees, but you know, other than that, there's no other real movement, like the tracks don't move or anything, just solid plastic. But again, the excavator is nicely detailed. You can see we got all the cat logos and the model number and etc. on it, and there is a little bit of detail in the cab as well. And then we've also got the I-beam here, which, you know, these are plastic. And I got to say the quality on these isn't bad. They don't look to have any flashing or anything on them. They've been finished off quite nice. And, you know, I can definitely see some play ability with these pieces being included with the excavator. You could definitely do quite a bit with them. And of course we also have the skid loader set as well, which this is similar to the excavator in terms of the details and such, but it does have moving wheels on it, and the boom does raise and lower. However, the bucket doesn't tilt. The Caterpillar graphics and everything have been applied very well, plus we've also got a little bit of cab detail, and you can even see the headlights have been painted as well. And then as for the porta potties, you know, the strongest thing to these is the fact that the door opens and there's a toilet in there. That is quite impressive. And I mean, even with these, the amount of detail and the molding and such is also very well done. Also like the little sign on the front of the door there. You know, I'll be honest with you, I could definitely see somebody, you know, tipping one of these over with the loader in this set. Just I don't know, it's kind of comical for me that they actually put something like this in these little sets, but I am very pleased that they did, though. Now I'm really liking what I see here, and I kind of want to have a bit of a play. So I'm going to push all this aside for a moment here, and I'm going to bring in one of these little toolboxes which came with these sets, and I'm going to fill it with the sand that was included. And something I noticed with this is it's not like real sand. It's sort of almost like Play-Doh, I guess. But I think that's, you know, they did say on the package this was like motion sand, I guess. So just going to try to get this put down in the box here, smooth it out a little bit. All right, I think that looks pretty good the way I want it. And next thing I'm going to do is take the miniature I-beam that came in this set, and I'm just gonna, I'll stack it here, I think, and I'll put this right there, another one there, and I think just because I can, I'll set this other one a bit randomly. And lastly, take the excavator and just maybe set it right there. And you can see I've got sort of a little construction set. You kind of got to use your imagination. So with the skid loader set, I actually did what I was talking about earlier there, and I set up one of the porta potties on its side to look like it had been tipped over, probably by the operator of the loader here. And, you know, I mean, I'm just really impressed with this. Just the tiny size of this stuff and the fact that it all fits in this little box here. You know, it's basically just like a tiny construction site inside of a box. So I hope you can see why I'm liking these sets so much. And I know it keeps saying they're basically like a miniature construction site, but at the same time, I guess they're also like a tiny sandbox. And the cool thing about these two is the fact that they're so portable. You can basically close the lids like this, and you got a little handle that pulls out. And you could take these off to your grandparents' house or what have you, and, you know, completely portable. Take it on the road, take it anywhere with you, basically. And of course, with these sets, you can change things around, or maybe take pieces from each one and combine them together for something else. But like with the excavator here, you can see I've got it digging a trench, and I've used the I-beam to look like some sort of structure is being erected. And then also with the skid loader set, now I basically just put the porta potty back up and move the loader around. But like I said, I am really liking these miniature sets. Another thing I like with these sets is the little boxes. If you just close them up here, you can actually go ahead and stack them on top of each other, which, you know, I guess that helps for storage, or if you want to gather these up to take them to your next place you're going. Overall, I have to say that personally, I am very impressed with these Diecast Masters micro play sets. These definitely have a lot of playability to them, and the amount of detail that has been afforded to the pieces in these sets, it has just exceeded my expectations, and I cannot speak highly enough about these. I am a little disappointed that I didn't get a majority of the collection, mainly because of those two boxes there, but Unfortunately, these are like a mystery toy. You don't exactly know what's going to come out of that box until you open it. But I would like to try to get my hands on the entire collection at some point here, because you can see that I do have the excavator set and the skid loader set, but I don't have the bulldozer, high lift, or backhoe sets. But if I can manage to get those, I would like to revisit this review at some point. Now, when it comes to cost of these, I paid $5.99 each for these. You might as well call that $6 a piece. And personally, I don't think that is bad at all for what you get. I think that these sets are definitely value for money. I would not pay anywhere upwards of like $10 to $15 for these. I mean, I have seen some of the steeper prices on these sets. But, you know, I think $6, you're definitely getting your money's worth with these. So I think that is going to be it for this review. You guys can feel free to let me know your thoughts on these sets in the comments down below. Also feel free to discuss other Diecast Masters topics as well. And I will see you guys hopefully in another Diecast review coming up here before the year's out. So till next time, I'll catch you guys later.